Hello, welcome to the Aftershow for Blazing the Dark, episode 1. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Not telling you.
Ghosts. Ghosts are in the box.
Like,
Yeah, it's just
Something
ghosts.
that's gonna eat your
A ghost in the
possess
box?
your soul.
It's an ancient ghost or demon, I guess.
Yeah. Something.
or both.
Ghost demon. Demon
Ghost of a demon. Demon possessed by a ghost.
Oh, that works.
Yeah,
It does
It
work.
doesn't work with the hat on.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I was gonna say I don't think it'll work with the hat.
Yeah,
though.
technically I don't think ghosts have spirits.
Oh, maybe.
So, Oh. Oh.
Does it?
It's really loud right next to my ear, by the way.
Is that what ospreys sound like?
According to Amazon's plushies, yes.
Oh. They have the
Oh
correct
yeah.
pulse.
This is it's pretty official. Like it's Audubon. That's not gonna focus because it's gonna think it's a face.
Yeah, I gotta put these back on.
With real bird calls.
I gotta
provided
get
by
these
the
back
Cornell
on.
Lab of
Can you play it again?
Ornithology.
It's close.
He is
Okay.
secretly an osprey.
Osprey,
He-
which is the Pandeleon halitatus.
He's just trying to practice. So
I know. This bird of prey is found in the Americas, Africa, Europe, Australia, and Asia. So literally everywhere. Hunting from up to 100 feet in the air, the osprey pinpoints its prey in the water. It swoops down, grabs the fish, sometimes even diving under the water, and continues flying. Specialized large curved claws helps the osprey to carry large fish while in flight.
Yep.
It makes nests from sticks and other materials high above the ground.
Ospreys are the ones that just fly across the ocean for days and days, right?
They're also
Yeah.
super successful because 50% of all of their kills are stolen by other birds.
So they do all the hard work, and then
Yeah.
the other birds steal it.
They're rare in Britain, but there are a breeding pair up. Or at least there were. I haven't checked on them in like 5 years, but there were a breeding pair up in the Lake District, and it became a big tourist attraction. And then they got little like ospreylings, and then they put in the camera to watch
Oh.
them, and then I'm pretty sure they just disappeared one day. And they were like,
Oh no.
They're
Well, they're
Hopefully they
migratory,
didn't die.
right?
They
My
were still
favorite is
they were still little babies at the time.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, someone ate something. Delicious
No.
baby birds.
That was like
Anyway.
a decade ago, though.
Have a prop.
Me too.
So when are you getting a real bird?
No, I don't have a real osprey.
Why not?
I say, when are you
No,
getting a real one?
Lauren already has a real burb.
Yeah, I don't have a real osprey. I just have a real crow.
There we go.
Just have her dress
Anyway.
up in the suit, and then just like,
Osprey suit.
An osprey cosplay?
yeah.
That's
Osprey.
terrible.
An osplay?
An
An
osprey.
osprey?
A cosplay?
You know, it's really nice. It's not immediately wanting to tear into the quality of the system when we're done streaming.
Yes.
I tell
Yeah.
you one thing, no one said argle bargle once.
Argle bargle food. Yeah. Yeah. No. The system, like. Blades is a very different type of system, and it does what it's designed to do. It doesn't carry over well to many other things that you maybe want to port it to, but what it does do, it does so well. I love Blades.
And the book is well written.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's easy to find stuff. It's understandable. Like you're not like looking at one page and then being like, this doesn't correlate with this page, and now I'm conflicted on my life choices.
Yeah, like this is like a page, right? Like it's got info there, but you can see easy bold headings. Each paragraph is like maybe like a couple of paragraphs before, and it bolds things in text. You can see like it's bolded some stuff here. It uses italics. Like it draws your eye to the necessary parts really quick. Each page is probably a quarter of a page in like the Shadowrun rulebook in terms of density of text. And yeah, it has bits that work. It has an index that's really good. It's got an index.
I don't feel the need to transcribe it into a Word document to be able to
Yep.
actually find the information I need.
The only thing I would add is it would be nice to have a nice concise table at the end of like short blurb information, like the cheat sheet. That is available in like the player's kit and stuff, but it'd be nice to have it in the rulebook. But like that's the only reason I would not be like, this is a perfect book. I'd be like, it's a really good book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the sheets, play sheets, crew sheet, all really, really handy. Not just in Roll20. Not just in Roll20, but
The pen and
just
paper
printed out for IRL players. They're really nice.
Stuff, so I can easily find it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about them is that they, especially the crew sheet, are conducive towards letting people decide what they want to play, making stuff up on the spot or otherwise. It's really fun. I've not actually played it in the actual Doskvol setting.
I love the setting. I really, really love the setting. It's so beautiful. Like, it's got a lot of in there detail without going overly much and being prescriptive. For example, like, obviously people haven't seen the sheets. Actually, you know what we can do? We can switch to the map mode and I can show someone a sheet.
Ooh.
Sorry, I keep looking down because Rexy's walking on my craft foam. I'm a little concerned she's gonna decide to pee on it.
Pee on stuff?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, we're not allowed anything soft.
How old is she?
She's like 8. She's just stressed. She's just a very anxious cat, and her solution to that anxiety is to pee on things.
Oh no!
All soft things are sequestered into the room she can't get to.
Like, so
Just
this
pees
is
on soft stuff.
Yeah, like blankets, towels, pillows,
Okay.
her
So-
bed.
this is an
Rachel
example.
sleeps in them.
This is an example sheet. I've just opened up one of the GM sheets I have, which isn't filled out. And like it says here, playbook. That's kind of like the class that they play. Actually, do you guys want to mention the classes you are? They're gonna find out soon on the Patreon, so you can totally mention the class if you
They
want.
finally figured out all of them, except for actually Josh. They haven't figured yours out.
Really?
Have they not?
Nope. The last post that I saw in chat, they had gotten everybody except yours.
Really?
What did they
Is that
think I
right?
was?
Thinking you're a cutter.
Yeah, they think
Really?
you're better.
Oh,
Also,
well,
Did you
they
fire your
think
pistol?
I'm a slide. A lot of people
Hmm.
think I'm a slide.
I mean,
And a lot of people think Random Tuesday is a whisper.
until I busted out the hunting rifle, and then it was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
And you had an
Yeah.
osprey, which
I mean, we said it in your little intro thing that you Hunter.
in which case I'm going to demonstrate with cutter. So this playbook here, it says to generate a playbook, just type in a name. So instead of like having to select or anything, you just literally type in cutter, hit enter, and oh my god, it fills in the sheet. Like you've got all your gear down here. You have
all
like
the
your
words
default
happen.
bits in like prowess and stuff, and then you've got your abilities, and also like you can add a veteran ability, which is just for another playbook. If we just choose a veteran ability, and then like I name it. So someone give me a name of one of your abilities. It's really easy to spell.
Weaving the web.
Compel.
I was going to say physical, and then you said easy to spell.
The compel.
Compel. Right. Oops, wrong button.
Also, so people know what we are, you want us to
Oh,
tell
wait.
them what we really are.
Compel.
I'm a hound. Marina's a hound.
I'm a whisperer. Some
There we
people
go.
got that.
It auto fills the
think-
text. It puts your abilities in. It's such a good sheet.
Yeah, I don't think anyone at all is surprised that I'm a leech.
Yeah, everyone got leech right away from you.
And
Yeah,
Patras is a spider.
Mhm.
I thought I looked through all the abilities and they're very, very cool. And I had an idea for playing Patras a little bit different to normal spiders.
He's killing
which
it. I
is-
like it.
I mean, in Blades in the Dark, you aren't restricted to your playbook. One common mistake is to believe there's only so many times you can take an ability from another playbook, because there's only so many slots on the actual physical character sheet. But that's being clarified by John Harper, who wrote the RPG, in that you can just take them unlimited number of
Get outta
times.
there.
Feel free to like multi-class as much as you want, whatever fits your character. And I love it because of that. It's just so freeform. Just be whoever you want to be. The only thing that really matters is like technically your gear and your friends, but again, that's kind of a guideline.
Yeah, you can modify those too.
Yeah.
I will also point out that, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this because I want you to do it, because you should remember that the Osprey is a cohort, which means it can take harm.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
I forgot that I could treat that as a cohort.
Yeah.
Rip.
I can
With
also
Osprey.
roll, like, so I could do a group action with the Osprey and roll for both of us and take the stress on its behalf and things like that. But
Do
it
you
is
want
cohort.
do you need a sheet or anything to track harm for the Osprey?
Nope, it's on the sheet.
That's
What?
Right under my
What?
stats. Yeah,
Hunting
so we
pet? Oh my god, these sheets are amazing!
we can't see each other's sheets, so you don't know.
I gave it an edge and I gave it a flaw too. 'Cause
I'm gonna have a look at those now. Come on.
I love the idea of the clocks as well, like and how they're done in the sheets. Like everything about them seems awesome. I never played an RPG that has like something like that before. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
I've
like
started
you can do
using
it on
clocks
your
outside of
group
this.
sheets, and you can do it on your personal sheets. So it all just depends on like if you have a
Functionally-
personal task.
functionally clocks are just kind of the equivalent of what I was already doing, which is like check boxes.
Yeah, checkboxes,
Yeah.
trackers, yeah.
Like
It's just
trackers.
like a good stylistic way of doing it. Also
It's-
means that you can just have a bunch of circles and then put the wedges in as needed when you make a clock.
Yeah. And they transfer really well to the system with it being a 1, 2, 3, or 5 ticks in it
Yeah.
from the system. So
Really tempted to take that cutter ability though. Just go hard on being tough.
which
Do
one's
it.
the cutter one?
It's the one where
Like-
you
yeah.
permanently fill one of your clock segments. Your healing.
Oh,
Oh, for the
healing.
healing. Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
a good one for you, especially
I
if you're going to do
wonder-
more comedy stuff.
Does that actually work on the sheet? If I tick it, does it auto affect? I don't think it
I
does.
don't think so because I have Survivor and I ticked that and it doesn't automatically add the extra stress box, which will
I'm
be
not really a fighter, so
How do you add extra
No.
stress?
during combat.
yeah.
Oh,
That's the
you
only
can
thing
do
is-
the cog. Okay.
Is there a cog?
Yeah, in the top right, there's a cog next to where the version number is, and it
Yeah,
says
and then
number of
there's
stress boxes.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's how good these sheets are.
Show condition, show frame, show her cohort selection, show
You can also
bandoliers.
change like loads and all that kind of stuff. You can change everything. You can really customize it for your own game.
Oh yeah, so show bandolier slots if you picked up a bandolier.
You can add items too.
Stuff about vampires in here, so now we know that's a thing.
Yeah, a vampire
Oh.
is what happens
I already knew they were
when you
vampires.
get a corpse and you attach a spirit to it permanently.
But
And,
it's the
like,
wrong spirit, I guess.
Or
Or it could be the same, the right
It
spirit.
could be the same spirit. It's just a spirit that has become detached, and then you just jam it in. You force it to stay there by some
you
means.
just squash it down back in
And
there.
the thing is, like, you can do as much damage as you want to the body, and provided the vampire has a chance to feed, it will regenerate. You need to kill the spirit to destroy it.
Oof.
There are ways to do it, but literally you get an ability that means that however much harm you take, all that happens is you get turned to mush, but you still don't die. The only thing that can
What happened
finish
to
you
Crow
off,
Dude, he's a vampire now.
the only thing that can finish you off is like turn you to like stand on you lots of times, and then do some sort of like electroplasm or super like natural attack. It's the only way to kill you. But it's also super forbidden and secret knowledge. And
I
knowledge of
just-
vampires
which
is
is, like-
at best like rumor.
There's like vampires, ghosts, demons, witches. There's like
I knew about
spirit
all those
doctors,
ones. I didn't know there were
Yes.
vampires.
all kinds of weird, crazy, creepy creatures and stuff in the world.
Yep, there's definitely
Gross.
some kind of ancient demon that has now killed a guy and maybe is possessing him. Or is eating his ghost.
I mean, there's a rumor that the governor of Doskvol is a vampire or a sorcerer.
Mm.
There's a rumor that the Emperor is a vampire because he's been around a while.
Oh, totally. There's a rumor that the emperor is a vampire, a sorcerer, a god, a demon. But
So he's still
super
just
powerful.
somewhere in Doskvol just chilling.
No, he'll be at the Imperial City most of the time. He travels, but he'll be in the Imperial City most of the time.
Right. I forgot this isn't like the big place.
No, Doskvol is known for being the port for Leviathan hunters. That's where the Leviathan hunters base out of most of them. The
So we're the ones who
refineries-
provide all the demon blood for everywhere else, kind of thing.
No,
We-
you provide the Leviathan hunters. The demon blood processing is now in Scotland. They moved it there about 30-something years ago, and the Scotlanders went, "Hey, stop polluting our island. We don't want this." And then they went to war, and then they got crushed, and most of it's Scotland now. They're not happy.
And I guess we basically just smuggle things from one place to the next to feed all the different factions.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, we're smugglers, by the way.
You didn't pick up
People
on
hadn't
that.
figured that out.
I think most people figured it out.
Mm.
Yep.
There's some really cool stuff we can get as smugglers, like an entire extra stress box,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's nice.
which
I think everyone can get an extra
I
stress
think
box.
every faction can, every type of crew can get that.
really.
Oh, actually, no.
Oh.
No, I don't
Really?
think so. No, because that's in our crew-specific ones.
Oh. Oh, I guess I just assume it's everyone gets it because everyone would be dumb not to take it from your
We
crew.
get more mobility for our
You get it.
barge.
Yeah.
We get
I'm
camouflage.
steady. It's composed. I think it's just called.
I think
something different.
I think we wanted to get camouflage next when we.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going probably camouflage and someone else. Quarters, was it? So we didn't have to sleep
Yeah.
on the street.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
important.
Patris is very worried about anyone who doesn't sleep in the workshop.
I mean, you could also
Well, I
take
thought we
vehicle...
had boathouse selected, so I thought that meant quarters, but I guess. it
No,
doesn't.
a boathouse
quarters
is a house for
separate
keeping a
box.
boat.
Yeah, quarters is a separate
Our
box.
boat has quarters.
Yeah, you have a place to
It's
keep
got
your
a place
boat.
to sleep.
We have a place to keep it, right?
Yeah. You can get an upgrade that allows you to live and make your base the boat itself, whereas your base
Oh
becomes
yeah,
mobile.
that's very cool.
Yeah.
It could be very useful as well. But actually, you had an ability that we didn't account for at the end, which is just passing through, which is during downtime, take -1 heat. When your heat is 4 or less, you get +1 dice to deceive people when you pass yourself off as ordinary civilians. So you now actually only have 1 heat, not 2.
Nice.
And it's very easy to pretend that we're normal. Weirdly for
so
us.
the interesting thing for us is because it's during downtime, so we do the job, we get the heat, we roll the entanglement, then we drop heat by 1.
Yeah.
So we have to like remember that because like the heat is still higher for the entanglement roll, and then it goes down by 1.
That's sweet though. I forgot the special
Yep.
ability. Yeah.
How much XP do we have?
So, the way they normally do
Right.
XP in this system is based on certain character interactions of the world and how you express your character through RP. Partly because everyone here is really good at RP, where you don't kind of need that. Please RP your character, here's XP, I'm dangling it in front of your face, and also because I want to try and keep people leveling up in a similar fashion, especially because the story is not going to touch on characters all the time equally, because just how characters interact with the story and how shows work. I want to just give people XP normally. So what we're going to do is just say that everyone triggers each XP trigger once. For this mission especially, because it's your first one, it could be 1 less or 1 higher depending on how the mission is hard or difficult or easy. In this case, I'm just going to say it's 3. So take 3 ticks of XP.
Cool. And those go on the playbook advance.
Playbook
and then
advance.
if anyone rolled a desperate position, which I don't think they did, you would put it in that specific stat.
Yeah, and that's when that happens, not at the end, just in case anyone's wondering.
I have a question.
So
I assume in this
We have to get 8 before we can take one of those things.
because my Osprey is a cohort, its quality will go up when our gang's tier go up, not like when I
believe so.
something
It's
else.
based on your gang's tier, yeah.
I think so, because that's what most cohorts are.
Unless it says otherwise, that's the default rules for cohort, so I assume that would be the case.
Mm.
Um,
We have to fill out our rep before we can upgrade to tier 1, right?
We also have to pay
yes.
for it.
And you have
Yeah,
to pay
there's-
8 times your new tier. I believe it's new tier. So it's 8 coin to upgrade to next tier.
These-
Damn.
Because you go weak hold, then strong hold, then tier 1. They're currently tier 0 weak because it's literally them just set up their job and just set up their place, etc.
0 strong.
Oh,
Do
you
we
set
want to
up
just
strong,
switch
okay.
3 gold or 3 coin into the crew sheet?
Up to you if we want to track it separately. We can
It
only
depends.
store 4 until we get a vault.
Yeah.
You said that you
Currently
want to
we're-
start with your coin at the moment, so it's up to you. Whether you
Yeah,
want to
we've
carry
got our
on.
coin individually, and Lauren's character is owed a coin.
Yep.
Add that to the notes then on Lauren's sheet if you want to,
Well,
Lauren.
that's why I was saying, why don't we just put all our coin into the thing? It's not like any of us are buying anything with it right now anyway.
That works too.
Okay. If you want to hand
Yeah,
your coin
can
back
do.
in,
And then
We'll
when we get a
transfer it
4th
over.
one, we can divvy that up, and then we can keep the excess.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Anytime we need something, I mean, we're all gonna say it's fine anyway.
yeah. So for Canal Rats, you also get experience for your faction as well. In this one, because it is literally you as a whole, I'm not going to bother with the milestone thing. We'll actually go through the things. Execute successful smuggling or acquire new clients or contraband sources. In this case, you know what? You did successfully smuggle, and you did acquire new clients. Because you went out on a limb and made friends with the crows despite the fact it would cause issues. So you get 2 XP for that. Yay. Contend with challenges above your current station. The only thing you contended with was the hollows, really.
And well, they're above our station.
Box.
Hollows are tier 0. And the box is above your station. You can have 1 XP for the box. Definitely above your station. Bolster your crew's reputation.
Fog counts were.
Yeah, and the fog counts. Yeah, I think there'd still be 1 because the box is still in the box, but yeah. So bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
We were daring in that we had stuff blow up in our faces.
We are now friends with the crows. We weren't before.
And that's not your reputation, really. Your reputation is daring, so you didn't really bolster it. You almost were professional? I don't think you've developed that yet. I don't think you've developed that as a reputation yet, but you're getting close. Like, you were pretty professional about that. Almost. Express your goals, drives, and conflicts or essential nature of the crew.
The essential nature of the crew is
nature.
Weird.
I feel like that is the essential nature of our crew, which is fucking weirdos.
I don't think there were any goals, drives, or any conflict, just because, honestly, you haven't been given them or haven't had a chance to develop them in RP yet. I mean, that was something that will come out of RP, and when you have a direction you want to take your crew...
the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think we did some stuff. Like, we were daring, we went up to the wall and did that weird experiment on
Daring is bolstering your crew's reputation or developing a new one. I don't think you really bolstered that. Particularly, you didn't go anywhere to push your reputation particularly hard.
It wasn't daring in a reputation sense.
Yeah, like not in a reputation sense.
Our Papa hit on the crow chick.
That's not daring.
That's also not the express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. That will probably come up next session when stuff about the war in Crow's Foot kicks off, and you figure out where you want to stand on that situation.
Yes, which I'm wondering what people think about that.
I mean, if you're wondering, then by default you have several options. You've got the crows, you've got the red sashes, the lamp blacks. You could fold in with the foghounds or come up with some sort of deal with them. You could go it alone. You could play
if we're
everyone.
really daring, we'd go it alone. We can become the leaders of Crow's Foot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We could, though.
Wait, I'm sorry. I know this isn't how this would work, but I want it to work this way, which is that we can get a fleet as one of our turf upgrades so that all of our cohorts have their own vehicles.
Do you want your Osprey to ride a jet ski or something?
Okay, for this
like I know this cohort doesn't count towards the it's not a cruise cohort, but I just like to
For a start, you would need Edwine to invent the jet ski.
Yeah, but it would be really cool.
Piece of cake.
That's going to be like 3 8-tick clocks.
That's another thing. We can also spend our time grabbing bits of turf to expand our influence.
Because if we get turf, that makes our overall rep maximum, fills it out.
Lower, yeah.
Permanent rep. Unless someone takes the turf from us.
Let me bring up the...
It kind of depends on what our goal is as a group. Is our goal to be running Crow's Foot? Is that our goal as a group?
I think our goal is definitely to be bigger and better than we are.
Yeah.
Where that leads us, I don't know yet.
If you guys want to be bigger and better than you are, totally just being higher than tier 0, i.e. having someone sponsor you and be like, hey, we'll make you awesome if you support us taking over Crowsfoot, is a good start. If you want to immediately jump into, we're taking Crowsfoot, you're going to have a real tough time, and you might all just die.
We'll get wrecked, because there's 4 of us, and they're an actual gang.
Yeah.
We
And
don't have
there's-
resources.
Current goal is to be more than tier 0.
Yeah.
It's to
Okay.
like,
Well, then that means we need to pour our points into reputation.
and also coin, because it'll cost us 8 coin to get to tier 1.
Yeah.
Save our coin.
We're on our way.
Well, we'll need probably a vault and things like that.
I apologize. I'm a gambler.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
I
no.
think also, just in general, we'll want to think about like, I think improving our quality of living is like a good place to start. You know, like quarters, making our base secure.
I like my dumpster. It's basically my own personal box.
Your dumpster into our base.
What's in the box? Oh, it's Ruby.
I just
Expand
I just push a wheel in like a garbage bin.
Expand our
Honestly,
territory to include the trash can.
Marin is not gonna like jump in bed with any of them yet. I think she'd want to see how the first like blows fall out before saying like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna back this particular gang, because I feel like that's very risky.
And we got to see what the crows do, because like we could throw a lot in with them, but they might be about to get really weird. Because we did just give them a
Yeah,
box
I wanna
with
throw a lot
something
into that.
demonic in it.
In which case, I'm going to make some
Throwing the crows
clocks.
in there.
I'm going to make a clock marked red sashes gain the upper hand.
Where are you putting them?
On the Factions of Doskvol sheet.
Okay.
We could join the crows just so that we can try and learn more about the box. But like, hey, now we're fighting with you and we're helping you to maintain control. What's in the box? What really happened to the boss?
We're set up the best for that situation because we already have some faction with them. Papa already has an in with their current leader.
But if she's
Maybe we could
scheming-
combine forces.
But if it's her scheming that resulted in what's his face dying,
But then he could
she
figure
might want
find
us
that
out of the
right?
picture because we have a lead.
Well, then he could find that out.
Yeah. He'd be willing to figure out how trustworthy she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
so how do you
because like
feel
the
about
other
being team mom?
Well, everyone was going like super self-destructive weirdo, so I was like, fine. Someone's got to look after you.
Normally it's the role
Pick
I
up your
play.
shit.
So thanks for stepping in there, Josh.
Slightly self-destructive.
So I've made 3 clocks. I've made a red sashes gain the upper hand, which is 8. Lat blacks gain the upper hand, which is also 8. And Lysa solidifies control of the crows, which is 6. That doesn't mean that she'll end the war or anything, just means that she will get control of the crows properly. Because right now, Rock was quite popular, and there were people who are loyal to him, so she's going to have to deal with those people.
I feel like it's do they become a stronghold again, or do they end up dropping down to tier 2? That's
They're
kind
tier
of the
2,
game.
right?
They are tier 2 weak
they're-
at the moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do they drop down to tier 1?
They wouldn't drop down to tier 1 without something major happening. It'll be a case of, they end up going to stay weak. Like, if she doesn't solidify them quick enough, there's nothing she can do, and they will stay weak because of the people she's lost. If she solidifies the control quick enough, they'll go back to strong. Normally, there would be a faction turn effectively at the end of every session where I'd roll some things for each faction, see how they do with their progress. But this is effectively them starting their clocks right now. And letting you know the Civil War is going to kick off. Next episode probably will be the talk about the Civil War and all the other stuff that's going to happen in Crowsfoot. And then at the end of that, we're going to start ticking clocks.
Okay. So next session, are we going to decide, like, if we're going to take a job from someone or try and expand our turf or something like that? Is that
I'll
a
start
general
pitching
idea?
you jobs.
Do both
Sweet.
things.
Mhm.
Because we can do a job in like, if we're quick about it. Like we could have been much faster with that job. We could have got it all done in one half of the session.
Honestly, with Blades, sorry, Shadowrun, I do love you, I hate the rules, but I love you. But Blades plays differently. Blades plays very much like, hey, we're going to jump to the action. And we spent a lot more time RPing and taking it slow today to try and learn and feel things out. We probably could easily get 2 scores done in a 4-hour show. I don't think that's an issue.
So we could do the first half, which is feel it out, and then take a job.
If you want
take the job, feel it out, and also, or feel out
and do a
the
job
vibes,
yourself
let's
to try and take some turf.
and then
Be aware that every time you take turf, you take it off someone, so someone gets a negative with you.
mhm.
If you get too many, you go to war. You probably don't do that at your tier because you will be screwed. And also, if you're at war, you only get 1 downtime activity, not 2.
Yeah.
It's rough. I'd be cautious about taking turf this early. And if you do, don't take much.
It's
The
less
fun
about taking
thing-
turf-
on
it's less about taking
rep
turf and more about like scouting to see what's going on with what's her face.
Oh, that's just
Livestock.
downtime activity. Oop. I just gotta go to the door. Back in a sec.
The fun thing about going to war is that when I was playing this with my friends, we were doing not bruisers. What are they called? The basically
Oh,
bunch
bravos.
of bravos. We were a bunch of bravos, and we had the ability that meant that when we were at war with everyone, it made no difference to any of our roles or anything like that, or our downtime stuff. So we were just at war with everyone. we were in like 4 wars at once, and we slowly beat everyone down. It was fun.
Done.
But we are not anything like that group because we haven't got any abilities.
I feel like normally you'd get more experience because you're, I don't know. Maybe not. though.
We did tend to, get a little bit more experience while we were at war because it strived towards the inner nature of the gang, which was
Causing mayhem.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Beat the crap out of everyone.
Pretty much.
And as you express the goals, drives, in a conflict or essential nature of the crew, there will be extra XP from that one. But again, because your crew is only just formed, you can't really express your goals. And if you had no real goal, drive, there isn't still a driving force in the crew yet. There's no conflict, or there's no essential nature really.
We're never
just
going to
yet.
have inner conflict, EE. It's roll for it. We don't do inner conflict. None of that.
Never.
Actually, this is the most un-inner conflict group we've had. Let's be real.
You say
like,
that, it's session 1.
Session 1, true.
First time, but yeah.
I'm just
so
saying,
far so
like,
good.
Session
Nice.
1's for our other shows, like, yeah.
I think partly it's because of the nature of Blades in the Dark. It's very, very much you're a team. It doesn't really... It does have systems for dealing with it being a conflict in the group, but it mostly is just like you're a team. We don't worry about having to pit you against each other. There's a world gonna kill you.
We literally
I think
have a
it's
team
also-
sheet that we're all working towards improving on.
It literally says, in the book, there is a world out there to kill you. I don't need to screw you over too much. It's one of the things, it says about, the payoff. It says, don't screw the team out of their money because there's enough things causing them issues and the job's hard enough. Don't bother with it. Just give them the money.
Also, you need a lot of money to do anything.
Yeah. No, this is definitely a game about being underdogs, and you have to push for everything, and you will suffer, and probably some of your characters might die. Definitely some of your characters are going to disappear at some point and go nuts and have to just overindulge and disappear.
Yeah, there's 3-4 different ways your character can just be out for ages.
Yeah. And you'll
Yeah.
just create different characters who will join in as people just join your gang and help cover things, etc. And Josh disappears for 2 weeks, and we need to find someone to cover him.
Not bitter at all.
No,
Fine.
gonna
Papa
enjoy
comes
not
back
having
and
Josh
all
here.
of us.
Yay! I'm going to be busy.
How's our group
So
gonna
it's-
do without Josh? That's the question.
Oh no.
You're all going to end up...
Just weird shit.
You're gonna come back and it's just a whole new crew.
You come.
Well,
no, you
that
come
was a
back and it's
relaxing
it's
walk.
so,
What's going
we
on over
worship-
here?
We worship Cthulhu now.
Hmm.
They're coming back in with the pizzas and everything's on fire.
It's like, we found out who's in the box.
Is it you?
They all say it at the same
Oh.
time. All their mouths
Oh,
moving slightly
God.
out of sync.
You're the one in the box now.
We're all in
Don't
the
put
box.
me in the box.
We were always in the box.
Isn't everyone in the box really?
No, it's Patras, so he'll be like, get a good night's rest and we'll talk about it in the morning.
And during the night, he just walks room to room like, it's for their own good.
Goodness.
Oh dear. So, Edwine's studying a gate.
Magical, hopefully not evil gate. Be great.
I mean, you're literally studying a gate that was presumably left by the Immortal Emperor as part of the wards that helped defend the city before they came with lightning towers?
And he knows what he's doing, so we got this covered.
Do you know what you're doing?
Also,
just,
don't
like,
open that
he's-
gate and let
He's just
bad
having
things.
He's just having a whale of a time because he's like, if this works, then we have a passive way of defending in case of a lack of fuel or electricity.
You mean going out into the bad?
But it's an emergency.
Yep, it's actually a turf you can take. You can take it off them. It's the
Oh,
ancient
yeah.
gate, safe passage into the Deathlands.
Oh, neat.
Yep, it's 2 to the left on the turf.
Oh yeah. We would need to take at least 3 turfs before that, though.
No, technically you can take any...
You can't just jump straight to it.
You can just jump straight to it. There are consequences, but you can.
It's a bad idea, but you can
It's a
do
very
it.
bad
Oh,
idea.
is,
yeah.
is
I'd
it
never
like
heard
you,
there was
you don't have a
consequences.
physical? Is it that you don't have a physical land connection between your territory and
Partly,
the
I mean,
thing?
also there are extra consequences to trying to take turf you're not connected to. Like, it's totally possible. It's just a case of
Right.
there are issues.
Harder to grab, harder to hold.
Also, you'd be
Makes
pissing
sense.
off the Deathland scavengers.
Yeah, especially after we were like, we won't come back to this gate ever again. It's yours. We'll keep your secret. Next time they turn up. So we stole your gate.
Edwine's just there planting landmines.
Landmines and flags as now.
Promise it's Edwine, so he plants the flag on the landmine, and they're like, I know where all of those are. And Edwine's like,
Don't
I've
step
got
there,
this.
then.
It's very efficient. I use the same hole for the landmine as I use for the flag. Anyway, you're all wonderful. Blazing the Dark is great. Good game. Evil Hat are really cool. And John Harper's a good dude. It's not because he watches my content. I'm not biased. Yeah. Catch you all next week.
Yay!
Oh god.
Still haven't
Right.
finished recording. My mouse has died. Hi, everyone.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
I was like,